Our Champions League Odyssey continues today against Chelsea and Olympiacos, two big games. Can we make it out of the league stage? No idea, but we're going to give it a red hot go. Welcome to Project Palermo with your old mate DP here in the DP Dome. We've got two huge games today. We are off to England to play Chelsea, the runners-up in the Champions League, in the Premier League. No idea what they did in the Champions League. And then we'll play two games offline, Juventus and Milan, because we're probably going to get battered. And then we're off to Greece, a little Greek odyssey. See what I did there? Tied it all together. Against Olympiacos, and should be a ton of fun. Since you were last here, we drew 0 with Cesena, which was awful. And then a 3-1 victory over Lazio, which was a pleasant surprise for me. Graziani getting on the score sheet in the 90th minute. Segre to put us in front in the 84th minute. So another late comeback. It's starting to become a little bit of a trend, and I don't much care for it. I'd rather be smashing teams. Our dynamics are okay at the moment, but injuries persist. Vasic now is out for another 2 weeks. Vidi is almost ready, another 10 days until he's cooked. And Van Beers is also in the incubator for another 4 days. But we did get Chuana back. He's not fully fit. He's played a few minutes and he's helping us out. Evandro got an assist to set up Graziani's goal. It was lovely, but he's still trash. And I've set a recruitment focus for a striker, which is yet to bear any real fruit. But we're on the lookout. And we need to bring in a proven goal scorer because I can't let this situation continue. And if need be, we'll move Evandro on. Although I did just give him a brand new contract on a ton of money. So he's on 19 grand a week now. And he's here until 2032 for 5 years because I'm a moron. He needs to go. He's not the answer. Anyway, we have to go and play good old Chelsea. And we're going to do that right now. I've fiddled with the tactic just a little bit to try and prevent what happened against Liverpool, but I don't like our chances. So I've changed the fullbacks. Gallo, Maturo, Velukovic and Perozzi are in ahead of Falcone in goal. I've made Perozzi a defensive fullback and Gallo put him on support just to try and give us a bit more solidity at the back. Bessold and Ranocchia get the nod as the defensive midfielders. Yordanov, Graziani and Macmi are our attacking three in behind Evandro. Because Kane's still coming back from his injury as well. We can't even fill the bench because of all these injuries. It is a bit of a nightmare. Falcone's roused, apparently, our goalkeeper. We've roused our goalkeeper, which is great. Excuse me, froggy in my throat. I suspect his roused state is all to do with my funky hat and the Deadpool FC shirt makes a return. You're welcome. You can check that out over on Twitch, where we stream Deadpool FC on a bunch of weeknights and sometimes on weekends, and it is a fun time for everybody involved. You should come along to Twitch and check it out. It is awesome, and some cool stuff coming up on Twitch too, which I'm not going to talk about. Ha ha ha, secret squirrels. Right, here we are in England. This is a big ground. We've got a big ground too, so you're not all that, Chelsea, and we're going to beat you today. We're not going to beat them. We're definitely going to lose. If we were to win, it would be incredible, but there is no pressure on the boys tonight. We are not expected to get a result. We absolutely don't have to. We have slipped down. We're in 15th. So as it stands, we're in the extra playoffy bit of the Champions League, but we're not on course. We're not in this top 8, but we're not miles off it. We're on 7 points. A win here could put us back in the mix, but a win is a big ask. We have got a corner though. Yordanov sends it in. Keeper punches. Evandro collects. And he's going to have a shot from outside. I thought he was lining up for it, but he's tried to cross it into Macmi instead. His Bessold claiming in midfield. Gualo plays it over, looking for Gallo to Maturo. We're trying to build from the back. Gallagher's got some space he can run into. Gets it to Yordanov, who shoots. It's a bit of a worm burner, but a goal is a goal. It's got it underneath the goalkeeper and into the back of the net, and we have taken an unlikely 1-0 win away to Premier League Chelsea. The Premier League, of course, in this universe is the best league on the planet because it's England, and it always is in Football Manager unless you've played 100 years and won everything with the club in another country. But as things stand, that is important. That should get us up to, I don't know if this is updated yet, apparently it has, up in the 10th. So still just outside those main progression places. which is fine. We don't even need to be there, and we shouldn't be ahead against Chelsea. And I suspect we're about to get punished for having a bit of an attitude about it. Falcone's made a really good save there. Gets down low and he goes. Send it out for a corner, but the pressure is on. And this is going to be the story of the remainder of the game. I suspect Jordanov just leathers it, which is what I want to see from an attacking player in a defensive position. Just get rid of it. That is a horrible tackle on Evandro from this clown. Don't know who that was, but he's been sent off. We've got the man advantage and the goal advantaged, and that could be huge. I don't know what's happening. I was more worried that Evandro had picked up a knock and we were going to have to make a substitution, but he seems fine. I am happy with the performance so far. Keep it up, boys. Right. Graziani, ever since I talked him up, put him on the thumbnail and everything with his pretend real face and all that bizzo, you lot have seen absolutely nothing from him. That was dangerous, and I don't know how we've kept that out, but we have. Just desperation defending from us there at the back, and Chelsea are absolutely knocking on the door. This is going to be a rough second half. They're going to throw everything at us. We should probably just drop back to a positive mentality and try to absorb some of the pressure. That's hit the woodwork. I thought it might have been a save for Falcone, but no such luck. At the 60-minute mark, we're going to look to make a couple of changes. Here's Graziani. He's our free kick taker. He's gotten close a bunch of times, and he was close there again. I thought the keeper had made that save. Maybe he got a hand to it, but the ref had his flag up for some reason. I'm going to have to take Graziani off, and I really don't want to. He's our best player by an absolute mile. Jordanov is going to have to come off, and I think it's going to be... I'm going to throw Chuana on the left because we can, and then Abansky can play in behind the attacker, and that frees us up to put Sakane on later. Everyone else is doing okay, so we'll leave them alone for now, but we're going to have to freshen up that midfield, I think. Bassold's on a 6.6, Macni's on a 6.3. I really should have taken him off before I did anything else, and I think we're going to do that now because he's also the yellow card and he's young, which guarantees he's going to pick up a red. Bassold can come off, and I think Adopo can come on just to try and shore things up in the middle of the park, and then whichever defender goes red first can use our final substitution thingy. We're still up 1-0. Newcastle smashing Arsenal 6-0 up. Wowzers. Gallo is tired, as is Ranakia. What's more important is probably having a more healthy defender. So we'll throw Mercandali on, push Maturo out there, and then swap these guys over to get Mercandali on the right, because that's where he's more comfortable. Something I've learned over my times of years dealing with him here at Palermo. That's management right there. You're welcome. You're seeing it in action. There's Abansky. I thought he was laying that off for the on-rushing player, but he did not. He's just still running. Chelsea can't stop him. He's unstoppable, is what we're learning there. And Evandro's in! And Evandro's got a goal! Vindication, I don't need to sell him. He is the answer. Let's not get carried away. But he has scored a goal in the Champions League against Chelsea, and I think that might seal the victory for us over English opposition, which is huge. We are still little old Palermo. We are not a big club. Chelsea are a massive club, and this would be a famous victory, not just for Palermo, but also for me as the manager. Oh, I am loving life. 5 minutes to go. Just hang on, boys, and keep a clean sheet. Let's do all the things. I know they've got a red card. We've had a man advantage. I don't care. It all counts. And we've only gone and done it. A win against Chelsea. That is amazing. Well done, boys. And a goal for Evandro. Unbelievable. Outstretched arms. I am proud of your performance. And, I mean, Falcone, wow, excellent. 7.9, and he's lost focus. Why do I even talk to my players? They all hate me. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Jordanov did all right. Thought you did well. Macni, he's not ready, is he? He's just not. You let yourself down, sir. And all these guys did really well too. Yep, I thought you did well. Gallo played a blinder. Very happy. Abansky off the bench. Very happy. And Adopo did well too. I know that's not exciting to watch, but I'm proud of the lads, and I wanted to give them all a pat on the head. Beautiful stuff. So that puts us in 10th, and a victory against Olympiacos could potentially put us right in the mix for the final few games. Olympiacos are behind us. They've got a negative goal difference, and they're from Greece. Greece is a weaker league. It doesn't mean they're a weaker team by any stretch of the imagination. But right now, this is the problem. Now I've got to go play Juventus and AC Milan. I'll let you know how those results go before the Olympiacos game. I'm not feeling overly positive, given that, well, actually, Juve are up here, Milan are in 4th. No, I mean, we're down in 8th. So, yeah, we don't have a hope of beating them in the form we've been in. But that is a huge win. We'll be back after these 2 games. I'll let you know how bad the damage is, and then we'll see what we can do against Olympiacos. We're back, and it's game day. It's been a bit of a mixed bag, to say the least. So, we went away to Juventus and we lost 2-1. We took an early lead through a header from Mercandali, and then they overran us at the end. We played a friendly because there was another international break. We did draw 0-0 at home to Milan. It was a confusing game because we were both wearing pink, and it was very odd. They had a lot of chances, but we managed to hold them off. So 0-0, that is fine. That leaves the league looking not brilliant for us. 16 points from 13 matches. Well behind the pace to get back up into the European spots, like 9 points between us and there. Not worried about that at the moment. Mainly just worried about Champions League and getting through all of these league matches. So Olympiacos are the next challenge to face. They're down in 18th, as we discussed before. And if we can get a result in this one, that will be brilliant. And I have fiddled with the squad a little bit because I'm getting really fed up with this striker situation and the lack of goals. So Falcone in goal, Gallo, Velukovic, Mercandali and Perotti get the nod at the back. My phone's going off at me. Ranikia and Basold in midfield. Yordanov, Chuana and Sakane are the attacking midfielders, and Graziani I'm playing up front as a complete forward because he can do that. So why the hell not? We'll give it a shot. I might just put him on support actually rather than attack. Then he can sit a little bit deeper. Plus he gets an extra half a star of ability playing in that role. We'll see how it goes. He's our best player, and I just figure up front maybe he can change the game for us. Media have been on your backs for ages. Get out there and prove them wrong. And let's go beat a great team in Olympiacos. They've got some good players. And we've been warned about this Vizzo guy in the media. Oh, look, they've got Chiquinho, another alumni. It's all the ghosts of Palermo past coming back to roost this season because we've moved a lot of players on that have just failed miserably. Basically, at the moment, I want to get through all the Champions League games, get ourselves to January, and spend every cent we've got bringing in a striker who could score some goals because the situation's been just disgusting. The ref's going to have a look at this one. Graziani's nodded it in. Hopefully, we get the goal paid. And we do. Graziani has scored. So, I'm a tactical genius. There you have it. Graziani up front. That's the way of the future. Expect that for the rest of the season. Maybe we don't need to buy a striker. Let's not get carried away. Sakane's just hit that at Graziani's head, and he's directed it into the goal, which is fine. 1-0 to Palermo, and that puts us right up in the mix to go through to the round of 16 automatically. Long way to go, though. A lot of games left to be played. Sakane's in, shoots, and goes the wrong side of the post, and needs to do better in that situation. Had a lot more goal to shoot for, and going near post there is just silly. The people more than had that covered. That was a good header and a really good defensive clearance from Olympiacos on the post there. That's why you put a man on it, I guess. Not great news for us because they've denied us a goal. Makes me sad, but still, I'm not too small of a man to recognise good defending when it happens. I'm a fan of good defending things. Here's Yordanov bursting into the area, shoots and misses everything. Somehow. What is going on? We just can't convert these chances. Now Olympiacos with a corner looking to get back into the game, and they're going to start causing us some problems here. And we just about deal with that one, barreling it out to the sideline. We just need to keep going. We need to press on. We've been the better team by an absolute mile, and Yordanov has picked up a knock. He's bouncing back a little bit, but I don't like the look of that. and I doubt we're even going to get him to half-time. I'm not even going to chance it. He's been terrible anyway. Bansky can come on for him on the left-hand side, and I think that will do nicely. Probably should have thrown on Chuana. He's a better player. Bansky's not doing it for me. The signings have been questionable so far for Project Palermo. We haven't quite created the all-conquering team I'm trying to build. A lot of youngsters, though, as I keep saying, and it takes time for these guys to develop and bed in. But those 18-year-olds are important as they get older, fill those registration spots, but have extra bodies in the team. We've won a penalty here, which is fantastic. It should be Graziani to take because he's the man. And it's saved. That penalty was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Well done. It's all right. Plenty of time. It's only the first half, and we can get the second goal. We just need to give ourselves some breathing room and ease the pressure. 1-0 is not a comfortable scoreline, especially not in the Champions League, and especially not against a team like Olympiacos. They are no easy beats, especially for a team at our level. They're probably the better side, and we're overperforming in this match, I think is what's happening. Because, again, we're not that far ahead of them in terms of the Premier League picture. And that was through a bit of a lucky result against Chelsea that's inflated where we're at, given they had a red card. And, I mean, you saw it. We were under pressure for nearly all of that game. So, yeah. Bansky with a shot. And he's hit the post, but Chuana is there and taps in the rebound. We'll wait and see what the referee's got to say about that. Maybe offside, but come on, ref. No, it's been paid. The goal counts. Beautiful stuff. So they've tried to clear it. He's picked it up, nodded it down to Bansky. He's had a shot from miles out. The keeper's got a hand to it, but he's only got it as far as Chuana's right foot. He's put that in the back of the net for a 2-0 lead. And now we can all relax a little bit and start enjoying our football. Ball in, header from Mercandali. And Velukovic with the finish at a tight angle. I mean, Gordonov could not do that earlier. He completely fluffed his lines, but leave it to the centre-backs to show the attacking midfielders how it's done. Really good header from Mercandali and a tiny finish from Marley. And these sexy red boots, look at them. Mr. Flame feed himself. Here's Sakane now, having a run. Finds Graziani. Just runs it wide, takes 3 defenders with him. Gets tackled, still collects the ball, launches it into the area, and Chuana was underneath that, but his header is wayward. We can start thinking about changes shortly, but I'm not desperate to make them because everybody except Urbanski is playing quite well, and he's only been on the pitch for 20 minutes, so I'm not going to stress about that at all. 20 minutes to go. After this highlight, I think we'll make some substitutions just to freshen things up. We don't need to. That was a really tidy strike from Spane, but again, we've hit the woodwork. Right, it is change of clock. I think we're just going to drop Graziani back into midfield and throw Evandro on while I've got an advantage. See if we can eke a goal out of him somehow. Just looking through the team, everyone's having a good game and playing okay. I'd like to leave Sakane on. Maybe we'll sit Franikia down and give Dopo a bit of a run. I'm going to change the centre-backs. I'm going to throw the young'un on. Van Beers and VT can have a run out. They're not fully fit, but we can get some minutes into them, and that's all our changes. That will do nicely. I wouldn't have minded giving Macme a run, but he's just been so disappointing this season. He's not ready. He probably needs to go out on loan in January if we can swing it. I've tried to use him. He's not up to par. We don't really have anything better than him. Knocking about. Abanski's picked up a knock now. What is going on? They're breaking all our plays and I don't have any subs left. Everyone's just going to have to press on for 10 minutes. But here's Abanski showing no signs of injury or impediment, which is nice. Dopo plays it inside. Graziani's there and redeems himself for the shocking penalty earlier. And that is a 4-0 lead for Palermo. Maybe Olympiacos are the easy beats that I said they weren't. They're just making a liar of me. They spite me. They're losing out of spite. I don't care for it. Graziani, though, this is what I was talking about. This is why Graziani was on the thumbnail. Because he is a goal scorer, he's a great player, and he's going to be a superstar. We're finally getting a good performance out of him on camera, which I'm very pleased about. And that is another big Champions League win for us. Oh, finally. Well done, lads. That was really, really good. And Graziani, delighted. The Gift himself did really well. He was excellent. Chiwana played well. Anybody else over a 7.5? These guys and Basold, thought you did well tonight. And that'll do in terms of pats on the head. But result for us, and that puts us in 6th and in those spots that have to play a couple less games, which would be brilliant. As I said earlier, I think this episode, or maybe in another episode, I don't even care if we have to play those extra games and get knocked out of the Champions League, because it's having an impact on our Serie A form, which is a problem. We need a top half finish, and as things stand, we're not quite there. We're solidly mid-table, and we need to turn that around. But moving forward, we will come back and have a look at... I mean, we've got 2 Champions League games there. I'd like to show you Salzburg. But you know what? I think we're just going to move ahead and get a bunch of games out of the way, because this is taking forever. And then we'll get to January. I can let you know what we're doing there. I think that's a better plan, because Salzburg are first in the Admiral Bundesliga, but they're an Austrian team. We should be able to navigate our way past those. If we don't, things are going to get interesting. But I think Inter and Monaco, our last couple of Champions League games, are more important. So we'll skip all of these. We'll come back for Inter Monaco, and I'll get you updated in terms of any transfer shenanigans in January. I'm a little interested to know where you think we're going to finish in the league, because I have no idea, and the Champions League is definitely having an impact, as discussed. Let me know down in the comments. Drop a like on the video, share it around so everyone can get in on the Project Palermo shenanigans. I can't even say it because I'm so excited to get through this next batch of games. Until next time, I shall see you next time. Say hi to your mum for me and be good. And if you can't be good, don't get caught.